Exciting the troops, getting them all riled up. It must take a lot of energy to commit to staying here. I wonder how long they'll be here for. Bagpipes? Our culture with money is skewed. The concept of fairness seems rude. Few do become rich, and the rest have no niche. As have-nots, we're certainly, and I believe that is, screwed.
Well, I believe that Earth could be a paradise for people if we treated it properly. And it saddens me deeply that we have a few people who are extremely greedy, introverted at the top, who mess it up for everybody.
How do you think Occupy Wall Street will eventually accomplish its goals?
The best thing is just to have a discussion about it. Because people are always going to do the right thing.
You're motivating people to initiate change,
That's
but you
it.
will not necessarily be the change.
No, it's I really, you know what? I don't know where this is going.
Oh no, I'm just asking, just out of curiosity.
I'm doing this for selfish reasons. I'm doing it because number one, it feels good to me, and number two, because I think we should have a better future for everybody. People need to learn how to sacrifice. Now, especially the people at the top, and that's not in their DNA. We have inflation that's basically following us all like a tsunami, and it's gradually eroding our standard of living.
So that it needs to be more of an even distribution of wealth, in your opinion?
Well, it's never going to be an even distribution, but there needs to be some fairness in how wealth is distributed. They have to be willing to give back. Yeah. I don't mind people, if people work hard, they should be rich. That's not a problem for me at all. It's just when people are dishonest about it, that's a problem.
Come on in, folks, come on into the park. Yeah, come on in. Pitch a tent if you'd like.
We have to go to camp for that.
There is a Starbucks in the center. Starbucks. Yeah, how old is he? Don't worry. He's clean, he's safe.
Wrapped in a plastic bag.
He's been occupying the park since day one. Come on in, folks, come on in.
Awesome.
It's probably not to leave any now. I mean, I'm actually like
This is the kitchen.
Yes.
There really is Starbucks. They said there was Starbucks at the food tent, and there actually is Starbucks. Who donated the Starbucks?
I don't know. People come through and give us stuff all the time. But it was nice of them. Until it ran out.
I would say probably Starbucks was very smart to donate Starbucks to the movement. Keeps the public in your good graces. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit cynical. That's really interesting. They have a free cigarette table, so if you like to smoke, you can get cigarettes for free. I wonder what they think about, a lot of the protesters think about big tobacco. That's the thing, there's a lot of ironic relationships, I think, that people have pointed out with the protesters. Like, they do need products to survive, and they do like certain products produced by what in other contexts are deemed evil corporations. However, I guess that doesn't negate them wanting to improve, as that other gentleman has said, improve the system. But I don't know, I still take pause at the tobacco table. We should look at the tobacco table.
How are you? Good afternoon.
I'm good. Do you feel sometimes that you have some sort of cognitive dissonance about the fact that you guys are consuming tobacco? Because big tobacco, it doesn't have a great...
Dark Horse. They're like the smallest company in the world. These are hand rolled. These are not from a factory. This is just tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
It's got no chemicals. It's got no additives.
Oh, really?
If you're going to say that, why are you wearing clothes that you did not sew yourself. Those came from a corporation. Those came from a sweatshop in China.
No, actually, this didn't because it's vintage from like probably about like 40 years ago. No, but how do you reconcile that? Because everybody does have needs for clothing.
I don't know. We're bad people who don't make excuses.
No, you know, we take what we save. If we save money here, you know what I do? I put it into the movie. That's the only way for me, you know? All these issues to me, they're all solvable when we come together. So let's go.
He reminded me of Christopher Walken a bit. His face. The cockroach. Cockroaches have always occupied everywhere. I'd rather eliminate cockroaches than capitalism. That's beautiful. Again, the capitalist in me is like an art collector would believe, or an art buyer would believe that that's worth something, because it actually is. Do you want one, Ben? It's a sticker. Here, take it. Wonderful, thank you. That's awesome. That's wonderful. I'm going to frame that. I will be framing this. It has cultural value, and I'm sure someday too it will have economic value. Why did you paint this?
Because I watched on the bridge and I was inspired to after I did that.
I wonder how much, if I were to offer him, you know, $2,000 for that, do you think that he would take it? I should ask him, actually. I'm going to ask him. If someone were to offer you $2,000 for that, would you take it?
Yeah.
What happens? Okay.
No, but I appreciate that.
Why'd you ask him that?
I actually would be interested in buying a piece like that. I absolutely would. Because it represents a lot of what I'm doing right now. I mean, that's part of social media activism, and social media art led to the creation of this. Without this protest having been initiated actually online, that piece of art would not exist.
Who's the artist?
The artist is Vincent Paul. Thank you. I like it. I really enjoy your piece.
Okay.
They are.
Hey, you want this?
That's quite a strongly worded sign. A message to the NYPD: don't use the same excuse the German soldiers used during the Nazi era. I was just following orders. It will not be accepted. Well, I think for the most part, from what I've seen of the police officers around here, they've been pretty supportive of the protests. I haven't seen anyone being mistreated. I know that might not be the case amongst all the Occupy movements or protests currently going on right now. But I don't know. I still disagree with Occupy Wall Street saying that the government is fascist and that we live in a fascist society. That's not the root of the problem, in my opinion. So many, Occupy Wall Street seems to mean something different to everyone. I wish there was more cohesiveness, but then maybe all the issues wouldn't get addressed, right?
You're very lucky.
Do you have any friends who are in the military?
My boyfriend is, and so am I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just joined the Army.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Why?
Yep.
Why did you're
I have a 4-year-old daughter.
So you have to.
I'm losing custody of her. I've been homeless for 2 months now. I lost my job 3 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Necessity, you know. I'm against the war. I support the military. That's all there is. Yeah.
I don't know, but there is a cleanup.
Do you support your daughter's decision to protest?
Yeah.
Have you joined her yet? Or
Well, this is our first visit down.
Okay.
This is the first time we've come down.
Do you think you'll stay?
Overnight?
Yeah.
Not this time. Not tonight. But it's possible. I could see it would be possible. I
Yeah.
thought about doing last week with the parents, but we haven't done that yet. But we did bring him down to see what that was like.
Good. This is an important movement. This is one of the biggest movements since probably the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys something? Do you guys guys support all of this? What do you make of all this? You're allowed to disagree.
We just came to check it out. What's the main thing out here?
It's not one main thing. I think they want to be an agent for social change. They want to be an agent for political change. Every protester has their own unique view of what Occupy Wall Street means to them and what they are seeking to accomplish. You've got nuclear protesters on one hand. They're the anti-fracking people that are here too. Are you guys part of that? Are you part of the oil and gas industry?
Fracking engineers.
I am against fracking. I might not be an activist. I may not be part of this movement.
You guys use energy though, right? Like,
Yes, but there are alternatives, and fracking is so damaging to the environment. You young men need to know that.
Like, I don't hear anybody that knows anything about the science or the geology of what goes on.
I have a loose understanding of it. I know more about nuclear energy actually than I do about fracking. However, it's just the process.
Are we protesting nuclear energy as well? Because why are we putting? I mean, I don't see any like real solutions to energy. If you hate oil industry, you hate nuclear energy.
Well, there's wind and there's solar, and
but you know the segments that those produce for us are so small. And even if you start ramping it up big time, it'd be forever. It would never catch up.
I don't believe that. I think the technology has to catch up. It has to become more efficient. That's what you should be doing.
But it's a long ways out. Do we stop the world until for 30 years until we have a solution?
No.
Guys like us have to make the world turn until those become viable options.
Were you sent here by your company?
No, he just called me up and said, hey, let's go check it out. Checking it out. I feel like people just target people latch on to, they want to protest and make their voice heard, but they don't spend enough time researching and looking for the real problems. They just grab onto something. Like they hear big oil. I've heard so much like the worst industry in the world and just stuff, but they're not you giving facts. They're just saying words like tyranny and just all these bad buzzwords. That's all. That's all we're hearing. We just came to see it. Just check it out.
Oh shit, zombie over here.
That's crazy.
Like old dead man. Oh my god, they're so good.
Repeal the capital brainstorm. Art really does enable social movements.
One percent control everything.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, and that's the truth. But the
They call it capital. That's communism, not capitalism.
That's communism.
That's communism, basically.
Yeah, dictatorship. Dictator in the economic way. In the diplomat.
By more than one person.
It's not dictator like Castro has out there. It's dictator in the economic way. By more than 1% control 99%. Wow.
That's right. In America,
So we want to change that. We want to change everything around.
We're going to change it. We're going to take over America down.
Yes.
New technology.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
going to sell this technology, and all the poor people.
Yeah,
are gonna get the money.
we're going to sell
We know
it.
how it's done.
We have the
We're going to
genius.
plant
We
the
know what's
seed.
going on out
We
there.
are going to plant the seed that's going to stop greed. That's the seed we're going to plant. It's going to stop greed, guaranteed. Guaranteed. New technology, knowledge, you cannot stop it. You can never stop technology.
We have
And the
everything
technology
for change.
is going to be donated back to the poor people. The government ain't getting no part of this.
That's right. We
All
have
the poor
everything
people.
for change. We had the key for change. The key. Remember the president what he said? We need a change. That's what we try to do. Change. And the practice, not the theory. And the practice. Because everybody can be genius in the theory. But it's about the practice, right?